Hello, everybody, and welcome to Church at Home with Rachel for Tuesday, the 29th of April. So I'm recording this on the 28th, and I don't have a clue what the outcome of the election is. And that's okay, because it's kind of nice to just sort of sit in the wondering for a little while. What I wanted to talk about is unexpected places to have really interesting, tough, even controversial conversations. And that's the hairdresser. Last week, I was listening to something on the news, and they were talking about um, the different signs of the times. There's the Dow Index, the TSC, and all those things that say whether the market's going up or down, and what does it say about our economy. And one of the people, the pundits, was talking about said, actually, there's another place you can go to talk about how's the economy doing. That's the hairdresser. Are people getting their hair cut? Are they getting their color touched up? Are they staying home? Are they holding on to their pocketbooks? Are they not spending the money they usually would spend on things that might seem a little bit more frivolous? Now, there are lots of people out there that would say, you know, not highly, not coloring my hair isn't frivolous. It just maintains my sanity if I do, or getting your nails done, things like that. But the fact is that for most people, really, getting your nails done or getting your hair done, those are things that are sort of nice to haves. If you pay your mortgage or your rent and you've got gas in the car and the kids are taken care of and you've got enough money for groceries and things like that, then a nice little thing on the side is to go and get your hair done or get pampered, things like that. And when those things aren't happening, when hair salons and spas and stuff are seeing a downtick in uh, in 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 people showing up and making appointments, that sort of is an indicator that maybe the economy is not doing so well. And I got thinking about that because on Saturday I went in and I saw my hairdresser. Her name is Pam. She is the owner of Evolve. It's a salon in Brandon on Princess Street. And she and her staff are amazing. And I am totally and shamelessly plugging her salon. They're incredible. And there's a young lady named Erica Longworth who does nails, and she's just starting up in the business. So if you are in Brandon and want to get your hair cut, call Pam. If you want to get your nails done, call Erica. They will take good care of you. Anyway, so I went in, and Pam, like many hairdressers, is quite the talker. And it's just blew me away at how quickly, first thing on a Saturday morning, I'm not really thinking about God or things like that. I'm just like trying to keep my eyes open because it was a day I didn't have to, I had to do some work, but it was at home and I could just get to it when I did. And here I was earlier than I wanted to be, sitting in a hairdresser's chair. No glasses, can't see anything, just trusting what she's doing with my head. And she does a pretty good job. It's a little short right now, but it will grow in and it'll be bang on when, give me a week or two. The point being, she's having this conversation. She asked me about work. She knows what I do. And we start talking about faith and church and what people believe. And then we got talking about things like abortion and politics and all of these things that we're pretty much told in society, don't talk about those things. What is it? There's a country song, politics, religion, and her. Don't talk about these things and then you're safe. Well, we talked about all of them. We talked about politics and the Canadian politics, and we did talk about American politics. We talked about a lot about religion, about faith, about other faiths, about examples of Christian faith and how we experience faith in the different upbringings and church backgrounds and places that we worship in. And we talked about relationships. We talked about my husband, we talked about her kids, we talked about relationships that we've had and the way other people are in relationships. And it was absolutely phenomenal that in that hour or so that it took her to cut my hair, we covered all these topics. And one thing that kept coming up was the recognition that, I sit down in a chair, I take off my glasses, and an hour later, I am no longer the person I was when I came in. Now, that can be a bad thing. If you like who you are when you go in and you just go in for a trim and she, scalps you, you end up with no hair or it's pink and you didn't want it to be pink or something, that might not be an evolution you appreciate. But for the most part, I go in, I sit in the chair, I talk, I learn, I maybe teach a little bit, I evolve, she evolves, and by the time we're done, I am a new person. Even if she didn't touch my hair, the fact that we had a conversation helps us to evolve and become new. Her insights into faith, the church, her children, her insights into how my hair should look and what I'm trying to be and do with the look that I have. Her insights into politics and into how we have to look at context was absolutely incredible because it helped me to continue to grow. Do I agree with her on everything? Of course not. And she doesn't agree with me on everything. And that's okay because that's not the point. The point of growth, the point of evolving is not that we simply take on the persona of the person that we're with or, like all the same things because they like them and we like them. And so we need to be like them, similar to them. The point of evolving is that we take in all of this stimuli, we take in all this information, we take in all of these circumstances, and we sift them through our own mind, our own heart, our own understanding, our own context, and we change. Some things we take a look at the change and say, nope, I don't agree with that. I'm going to throw that out. I don't need that. And some stuff we might say, geez, I wish I had more of that to take in, to allow me to grow, to learn, to change, to evolve. I came away from Pam's Salon Evolve on Saturday with this incredible sense that there is hope, regardless of what happened yesterday at our election, however people are feeling. And the truth is that there will be people feeling joyous and exuberant today based on the election results. And there will also be people who are feeling completely downtrodden and scared and feeling like their voices have not been heard and worried that their voices will never be heard as well. That happens. It's a reality. And one of the things I recognized as I was evolving, sitting in that chair in Pam's studio, was that my compassion and my empathy for the other must continue to grow and evolve. I can't assume that the people who voted differently than me, the people who are excited or not excited based on the election results, if they're different than mine, that there's something wrong with them. I have to accept there's nothing wrong with them. They come at living and thinking and breathing and listening and learning from a completely different place than I do. They have evolved to where they are today, and they will continue to evolve to where they are called to go in the future. Just as I am not the person I will be by the time I'm done my time on this earth. We continue to evolve. But maybe the biggest takeaway I can have from Pam's chair is that evolution is not a good thing or a bad thing. It is a thing. We all evolve. We all change. We take in information. We take it on. We agree with it or not. We allow it to change us or not. And we become more of who we are. And if we are comfortable with that, and if we are comfortable enough with ourselves to allow that evolution to take place, then we also need to be able to have comfort and gentleness as we allow other people to evolve at their own pace as well. Any person who comes in through Pam's door at Evolve Hair Studio is going to leave a different person for all of the different reasons that they come in. A haircut or color, a shave, get their nails done. The person who serves them, the conversations they have or the conversations they don't have. There will be things that will change who they are, that when they leave, they won't just be physically altered, but their hearts will be changed as well. That's the thing. We all continue to evolve and grow. Maybe we all just need to take a moment, sit down in Pam's chair, and allow ourselves to recognize that evolution is natural and it's good. And the thing is, we then have a choice about whether we use that evolution for good or not. My choice is to use that evolution for good, to help other people, regardless of what happened during the election. How about you? Have a great day. God bless you, and I'll see you again tomorrow for Church at Home with Rachel.